Oh, what's up, guys? So I'm trying to get fired up this morning because it's rainy and cloudy where I live in Southern California, and it just makes me not want to go outside and kind of, a low mood. But anyways, I wanted to do a video on the only diet that worked for me, and basically it's not really what you might think. Basically, no diets ever worked for me, and I've tried everything. I've tried basically eating high fat, I've tried eating high carb, I've tried eating lots of fruits, I've tried very high protein, I've tried fasting, I've tried eating tons of vegetables, I've tried eating like the bro chicken and rice. Basically, some of it did work, but what's working the best for me right now is something that I never in a million years would have thought worked. I was taking all these supplements before, and I was trying to recently, like a couple months ago, I was trying to eat super healthy. And one thing I realized is that basically, and also I've researched like what other countries are eating. I looked up countries that have the high saturated fat intakes. They can be very healthy. I've looked up countries that have the highest carbohydrate intakes. They can be very healthy. I've looked up places that have the highest meat, red meat or whatever. They can be healthy, or dairy, or vegetables, whatever. I don't even know that actually really even matters. Nobody can actually agree on what works. Everybody's saying something different. The doctors and all the nutritionists have something different to say. And so I'm just looking at the experiences of other people in other cultures, and now I'm starting to believe that it has a lot more to do with your state of mind and well-being. And I was eating for a while all this healthy stuff, and every time I ate, it became basically miserable and gross, and my life was already feeling like it was in a hopeless state of despair. And then when I was eating, it was worse, and I was worried about it. And then you start thinking like, oh, I need to eat these nuts to get this healthy fats, and I need to eat these vegetables to get these vitamins and minerals, and I need to eat these fruits to get these antioxidants. And then you're miserable, and then you're worried, and then at night you end up eating like ice cream or pizza anyways. And so basically what I started doing was I basically put the intention out of what I wanted to look like, and just start thinking and how I wanted to feel, and I just started eating whatever the hell I wanted to. Maybe for 3 weeks in a row I ate frozen pizza every night, and yeah, maybe that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but I was so depressed and started eating that, and it made me feel better. I don't care if people say this stuff is bad for you, but also putting the intention out there, then you might start making better choices. But who knows? I don't even really know what's healthy and what's not healthy for you because, like I said, I've researched demographics of other countries and what they're eating and what other people are eating, and the data is so mixed that I don't know. I'm not a religious person, but I like using like spiritual texts or words of different people, and Jesus said that man does not live on bread alone, so, it's a kind of a cool saying because it's not just about what you eat and put in your body, it's also about like your well-being and your state of mind. And I was not feeling any better. I did not feel any more health benefits taking a bunch of vitamins and eating a bunch of healthy foods. It made me feel worse and miserable and more hungry. And then you eat more, and then you start worrying about food, and then you become more hungry and salivating, and then it's just a disaster. So, and like I said before, I've ate all the really good diets people say, and there was one time where I was doing like basically kickboxing and Muay Thai and boxing for 2 hours a day a couple years ago, and lifting weights, and I still could not get the results that I'm getting right now. Basically, I threw everything out the window and just put the intention out of what I wanted to look like and how I wanted to feel, started eating whatever the hell I wanted to eat, and start making some. And hopefully I can make some better decisions, but I also don't really know what is actually healthy or not. There's a reason, I believe, why we have a palate of taste, to probably enjoy food and not eat stuff that tastes like dirt, but maybe over the times and developing more and more healthy eating patterns, maybe the dirt foods start tasting good. I don't know, but I think that well-being is the most important aspect of a diet. I can't explain how I'm down to 173 pounds now, how I'm losing all this weight and getting bigger and getting stronger. It makes absolutely no sense, but maybe there's something to the path of least resistance, because then I stopped worrying about it. Every time I stepped on the scale, I wasn't in fear. I don't know. I wonder if that's the reason why a lot of people can't lose any weight, is because they're obsessed with what they're eating, trying to be perfect. They're stressed out about it. They're weighing every time they step on the scale. It's in fear, and pounds will just not come off. I don't know if you guys have experienced that, but I sure as hell experienced that myself. I can't believe things that I'm doing now and what they're working, and I'm feeling better. I don't care if the foods that I'm eating are bad, okay? Because what do you want to feel good and happy and enjoy your life, or do you want to eat dirt and be miserable? I mean, just think about it. And not be able to lose weight and not get stronger. So obviously, I believe with what I'm doing, it's working for me. Remember, everybody's body is different, and now, I'm starting to have different views and start realizing that maybe these professionals, remember, this is all a business. A lot of people are trying to sell you on ideas and stuff. And I believe a lot of doctors and the FDA or whatever, they probably don't even have any idea what they're talking about with nutrition and any of that stuff of that nature. And, you see every once in a while, like a lot of people that live to be like over 100 years old or whatever, will say they've been eating pizza every day and drinking wine or whiskey or smoking cigarettes their whole life. So, it's just like just have the intention of wanting your body to feel good and healthy, and let your subconscious mind, or whatever you want to call it, this is kind of like, maybe sound a little bit weird, but there is unseen things in this world, and we don't exactly know how the brain works and the body works, and just let it make the decision what you are feeling like eating. And if your intentions, I believe, are in the right direction, it will lead you. So I just wanted to share this video with people because maybe someone's experiencing they can't lose weight, or they can't get stronger, or they're miserable eating these diets, and just to show you what I'm doing and how it worked, and the fact that I'm feeling better. And over time, I believe you will start developing maybe healthier eating patterns than a frozen pizza like I'm saying. Maybe you have to start eating McDonald's. Who cares? At least your intention is there. And if you start some drastic diet right away, it's never going to stick. And maybe, you're eating some garbage, but then you add in a salad. But the thing is that lettuce is just like basically only fiber, iceberg lettuce. So it's like, it's just fiber. Fiber is important, but, it's then you start worrying about all these, micronutrients and macronutrients and or whatever, all this antioxidants and vitamins, and it's just a complete disaster. And then you're walking around all day worrying about what you're eating, and you're more hungry, and then you're worried, and it's just horrible. So like I said, I just really wanted to share this with you guys because, maybe you've had a hard time losing weight and you don't understand why it's not working. And basically it's working for me. And I just believe that, I'm making the effort. And because if you start this, I don't know. I'm just saying that maybe put the intention out there, and maybe you start eating garbage, but over time, keep the intention of that you want to feel healthy and how you want to look. Then your body, your mind will start making these decisions for you, and maybe slowly you can introduce those foods. And maybe when your state of being is elevated and you're feeling good, maybe those dirt foods will start tasting good. Just sharing my story, and exactly, I just couldn't believe that I started losing weight and I became less hungry and I feel healthier. And it's crazy. So, ask yourself this: what's the most important part of life? Is it about your well-being, or is it about, going some diet that makes you miserable and you don't even get the results that you want? So who knows what's really even healthy for you and what's not, because everybody has their own idea, and a lot of it doesn't even make sense. And there's tons of people in the world that don't have any of this stuff, and maybe they just eat bread or rice, and they found ways to get jacked. And so remember that a lot of this is, your work ethic and pushing yourself and believing and getting stronger. And a lot of people say that, muscles and abs are made in the kitchen, and it's all like 85% the kitchen. I don't believe that anymore, because I believe it has much more to do with your state of mind and your work ethic. And yeah, sometimes going on diets can help you lose weight, but the best way I figured out to lose weight and gain muscle is to simply not basically even care and worry about what you're eating, but just go with the intentions of that you want to be healthy. And when the stress goes down and you stop worrying, it seems like the pounds just start shedding off. It doesn't even make sense, but I'm just here to share you with my experience and everything that I've tried. So let me know if you like the video, subscribe for more content. Thank you.